Hey, what's up guys, it's Darius, and Samsung Galaxy S10 was released 6 months ago, and I've been using it on and off ever since then. So let's check out how it's held up and if you should still buy one. As always, let's start with the hardware. The design is very nice. It's a classic Samsung glass and metal build with, of course, also an IP68 rating. The design is actually very similar to the new Galaxy Note 10, just a little more rounded. It's a beautiful design, but it gets gross very quickly due to all the smudges it attracts. But despite that, I actually quite like how it looks. Over the last 6 months, it has actually held up quite well. I was careful with it, but nothing special. I didn't use a case or skin on it. I did drop it a few times, but there's no cracks as you can see. It's overall in a great condition and just has a few minor scratches on the back. I kept the pre-installed screen protector, which did the job fine, but it had a ton of scratches on it, which got annoying, so I replaced it. Even with the screen protector, the fingerprint scanner worked quite well. Overall pretty accurate and decently fast. It could certainly still be better, but it wasn't bad either. Now, one thing to note, it doesn't work when either the screen or your finger is wet. Otherwise, the hardware is very premium and solid. It still has a headphone jack, expandable storage, good stereo speakers, and nice clicky buttons. Samsung really knows how to build a high-end modern device that feels premium. The Bixby button is still annoying, although I did get used to it and I don't press it on accident as often anymore, but I still wish you could just disable it. The handling is very good, it's comfortable in the hand. I like the size, the rounded corners, and the curved back, although it is a little slippery. Of course, it also has the curved edges on the front. I really like how it feels when swiping, but there's a bit of glare and there are quite a few of accidental touches which got annoying. In YouTube, for example, when I hold my phone like this, it would just randomly skip part of the video, which got very annoying. Samsung really has to fix this. The screen itself is amazing, still one of the best out there. It's a 6.1-inch Infinity OLED display with a cutout. Now, I wasn't sure how this would affect real-world use, but it ended up not being a big deal at all. It never really got in the way, and I appreciate the extra screen real estate. The screen is crisp, vivid, and bright, and I had no trouble with visibility at all. I kept it on Quad HD, but you can reduce it to save battery life. Speaking of which, battery life was decent. It lasted me through most days with maybe 10 to 20% left, although when I used it a lot, navigating for example, it died in the evening, and by the way, it also got hot under load. Now, something to note, I have the international Exynos version, which has worse battery life than the Snapdragon model. Now, it does come with quick charging, obviously, which is great, and wireless charging, and now even reverse wireless charging, a cool feature to show your friends, but in real world usage, it was never actually that useful. Moving on to the camera, Samsung has opted for a 3-camera setup, an ultra-wide, a wide, and a telephoto. This combo is very useful, especially the ultra-wide angle allowed me to get many shots that I wouldn't be able to get with a regular wide-angle camera. And as you can see with the new iPhone 11 Pro, this seems to be a very popular combo. Overall, the image quality was good. Classic Samsung, bright, vibrant, sharp images, but it tends to overdo it sometimes. Live focus mode still doesn't work that well. Edge detection is still very poor. Sometimes it does too much processing, but overall, it's a good, reliable camera that will take decent pictures in pretty much any situation. In low light, it's good as well. It lets in a lot of light due to that dual aperture. You have no more orange tint, which Samsung phones used to have, which is nice that it's gone now, although they can be a little washed out. Samsung also added a new night mode, which is no comparison to night sight on the Pixels though. Overall, it is a good, very versatile camera, but I wouldn't say it's the best on any smartphone. Lastly, let's address software and performance. Galaxy S10 was the first device to launch with Samsung's new One UI, a cleaner, less intrusive UI based on Android Pie. I actually quite like the new look. There are a few useful features, and especially one-handed operation has been improved. There's also a new way of gesture navigation, which I quite like. Over the last couple of months, there have been many updates, so good job Samsung. It's currently on the latest version 1.1. It improved stability, the speed of the fingerprint scanner, and added digital well-being. Definitely a good track record for Samsung so far, but of course we'll have to wait and see how long it'll take for Android 10 to arrive. Performance was very good as well. It's not the fastest phone out there, but thanks to the toned down software, even after 6 months, there's no notorious Samsung lag. It handled everything I threw at it without any issues. So, 6 months after its release, should you still buy Galaxy S10? I definitely say yes. It's very similar to the best Samsung has to offer, which of course is the Galaxy Note 10, and it even has better ergonomics and still has a headphone jack. The hardware is still top of the line, performance and battery life has held up well, software is up to date, and the camera is very versatile and takes good picture. Plus, of course, it's cheaper now, so I can definitely recommend it. There's also a Galaxy S10 Plus if you're into bigger phones, or a smaller S10e, which I really like. I'll leave all of them linked below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or feedback, and make sure you're subscribed to not miss any of my upcoming iPhone 11 coverage. See you in the next one. Bye.